Hey guys, this is your boy Dragunov back with another video. Sorry it's been so long. So this is going to be a build video around bleed resistance. And yeah, let's get into it. So starting off with the build, here is the build. And I am using the firewall specialization mainly because of the extra shield damage that you get in front of the shield. So we'll get to that in a second. But I'm using the exotic backfire. So the backfire, you can see the rolls there, and the talent on the backfire is the payment in kind. Dealing damage to your enemies adds a stack of 1% critical hit damage up to 200 stacks lasting 10 seconds. On reload, apply a 10-second bleed to yourself, which deals 0.5% armor damage per stack. You negate that negative effect from this exotic on this build. Basically what happens is you don't suffer that bleed damage. So I'll go through all the pieces and then I'll show you why we negate that bleed damage. So it's using the backfire. Onto the secondary weapon, it's an assault rifle, it's a FAMAS 2010. With this gun you just want a fast firing gun, mainly an assault rifle. So if you aren't getting your damage stacks from the backfire, you haven't got that crit damage up to like an extra 200% on top of what you've normally got, you want to be using like an assault rifle, because that will give you like a fast assault rifle that will mow your enemies down really quickly, and it's a backup weapon as well, just remember that. So in regards to this, it's just a FAMAS 2010, so I've got preservation on there. So killing an enemy repairs 10% armor over 5 seconds. Headshot kills improve the repair by an additional 10%. So that's always handy, especially if you're using this as a backup weapon and you're running out of armor, because this build, it is hard to play. If you get shot, there's no regen on there. You do need to be careful, okay? But it does put out a lot of damage when it hits its peak, okay? Onto the secondary the handgun. It's a TDI card custom. This gun does not matter. It does not matter, but if you need to use it, it gives you an extra skill tier while you're using the shield, so it's kind of useful in a roundabout way, but not imperative that you have this gun on you and you use it. I don't use it in any part of the gameplay video, as you will see. So onto the mask, I'm using the named Holoman mask, which is Yogi. So you can see the rolls there. I've got armor rolled onto it, health damage, which is the standard stack that will come on there, 10% hazard protection, and then I've got a mod on there which is bleed resistance. All the mods on this build will be bleed resistant, so whatever the maximum you've got. And I'll tell you, I think what the maximum bleed is to negate that bleed damage as well. And the maximum, might as well tell you now, the maximum I think is a 92 or 93% bleed resistance to negate bleed damage, okay? And that basically any bleed damage you get from anything, whether it be the exotic or outside, you just don't get impacted by it, just negates it, okay? So that's the mask. Onto the bag. It's a Seska bag which has got critical chance on it, and then I've got a second piece of Seska which gives me hazard protection. So you can see the rolls, it's weapon damage, hazard protection and critical hit damage. Most of the pieces on there I think have critical hit damage if I'm not mistaken. So you can see I've also got, like I said, bleed resistance mod on there which is 10% max roll, and the talent on there is bloodsucker. Killing an enemy adds a stack stack of 10%, bonus armor for 10 seconds, max stack is 10. Okay, so every time you kill an enemy you get 10% bonus armor for 10 seconds. You keep killing enemies faster than that 10-second countdown runs out, you just keep stacking bonus armor. That's the way this works, okay? Onto the chest piece, I'm using Sokolov chest piece, which is giving me 10% SMG damage, and then I've got another second Sokolov piece which is giving me crit damage, okay? And you can see the rolls on there, it's weapon damage, crit chance, and then I've got another bleed resistance mod on there, and it's got the talent of intimidate. While you have bonus armor amplifies total weapon damage by 35% to enemies within 10 meters. So not only am I getting 200% extra critical hit damage with the backfire, okay, I'm also getting extra damage with the Intimidate because I've got bonus armor coming from the Seska. Okay, I get bonus armor and then my Intimidate procs. So then all I do is use then the shield as well, and I get extra damage with the shield as well. I think it's an extra 10%, I'm not too sure, I'll check that in a second. But I'm getting damage upon damage upon damage, and I'll show you what kind of damage you can be outputting. I think I've created 1 million at one point, just over 1 million, which is sick for this kind of build and this kind of weapon. You start off very low with the damage on this weapon, but it soon stacks up really quickly. Okay, so onto the gloves. I'm using the Grupo Sombra, which is giving me 15% critical hit damage, and you can see the rolls there: weapon damage, hazard protection, and crit damage. Okay, onto the holster. It's the second piece Seska, so weapon damage, crit damage, and hazard protection. And then onto the knee pads. The knee pads is the second Sokolov, which is weapon damage, crit damage, and crit chance on there. Okay, so onto the talents I'm using. Like I said, I'm using the Striker ballistic shield. So with this, it's giving me bonus armor 6%, bonus damage, sorry, 6%, not 10%, so per enemy. Okay, so buff angle obviously is there, buff range, cooldown, and then the actual health on the shield is 1.9 million health. Okay, so not much, so you've got to use it carefully. You've got to use it when you need it, not just all the time. I mean, if you're trying to face tank like I was trying to do in the gameplay video, I was face tanking a little bit because I wanted to drop their ads as quickly as possible and also get my stacks up as quickly as possible. I use my shield quite a lot. Okay, so if I'm close range, I don't want to be taking damage, so I'll use my shield, drop him, put my shield away. Okay, so with the second talent, I'm using the fixer drone just to give me some extra repair, just in case I am low. You will see again in the gameplay video, I do lose most of my armor quite frequently, and this gives me that armor back a little bit, enough to just like run up and just play it a little bit more sort of risky and take out some ads once I've got a little bit of armor back. I do use my first aid kits, and you will probably use your first aid kits. The only thing I will say is, because my gameplay video is in the summit, you will see in the summit that there are points where I get flanked, and the summit is close range battle. Okay, so it's not open world. It's not like going around in the normal open world where it's just PvE enemies. You've got loads of places to hide, you've got places to run, you've got buildings you can go into. It's not like that. Summit is close quarters, and I dare anybody to prove me wrong. Summit is it predominantly is either face tanking or playing at distance. There's no real medium range. Medium range doesn't really work in the summit because you know, you're either medium range and you're using full DPS, where if you get hit, you're gonna be dropping back because your armor will just go bye-bye, or you're doing face tanking where you've got a little bit of a hybrid build or a tank build and you are just like face tanking. Okay, so like I said, I'll quickly show you the specialization and the talent that is there. So which one is it? So anthem kill, burn, that's one boost, deal damage. So I get that as well. So firewall, tactical link, allies gain 10% damage to enemies that are within 10 meters of you. So that's not bad. So that's something that's worth looking out for. And the other thing as well is the first aid kits. Using an arm kit recovers 200% armor and 200% health over 10 seconds. That's always good because you can use it and then face tank a little bit, take out them ads, and then just make sure that you're getting that recovery on your armor and your health from that talent. I think it's just shield, actually, to be honest. I think it's just shield. So Yeah, so it is just the shield itself. So that's the shield. It is the firewall special shield, which allows you to use the flamethrower on it. Okay. So that's the shield, and then onto the stats. So the stats are there. So 57.5 critical hit chance and 140% critical hit damage. That goes up to 340 once you get your 200% extra critical hit damage. Okay, and then onto the FAMAS, I've got 42% critical hit chance and 140% critical hit damage on there. You can see the other rolls on there. There's nothing too exciting about it. But in regards to the SMG itself, it's not too bad. The bullet spread on it isn't too crazy. So I'll go down to the shooting range and I'll show you. So as you can see, enemies they're roughly about 15 meters, I'd say. So 15, so 5, 10, yeah, 15 meters. So let's put the backfire on. Oh, wrong one. Backfire on. So you can see on here, the bullet spread isn't too bad. You can take enemies out at distance, you know. So you can play at distance here. But in regards to the actual damage on this, if we go to this one here, I just put on named enemy, or a vulnerable one might be better. So let's put it on there. Let's put on vulnerable elite. Okay, so watch this here as well. I've not really paid attention to these numbers here, but just watch the numbers here. So I think my bus gone. Yeah, my bus gone. So just watch my numbers go up. So this is just the chest damage up as well, okay? So you can see we're up to 500s now. So that's just normal 500s there, okay? So then what we do is we pop our shield out, and then we put that on there. Oh, that's not working. Maybe it's just a bug in the system. But it does get up there. I've had this hitting like really high numbers. So make sure I've got the right pieces on here. But if you shoot in the head, you can get this up there. I've seen it hit like 900. Yeah. So obviously, real PvE battles out in the open, in the open world, will be different to the numbers that you get in the shooting range, because I've always believed the shooting range numbers aren't accurate. In regards to the bleed resistance, which is the other numbers I should have shown you before upstairs, the bleed resistance is 98.4. Okay. So that's because obviously my bleed mods, they're up there, nearly being max rolls on all of them. But I'm pretty sure you only need 92 or 93%. Experiment and find out yourselves, but I'm pretty sure it's 92 or 93%. And the other has a protection as well. You can see there it's 70%, so that's pretty good if you're on fire or stuff like that. It's always a good thing to have that protection, especially in the summit with all those guys throwing like explosions and burn and poison and all the other stuff, disorientate, blind, all that kind of stuff, and snare. So it's always good to have that extra protection with this kind of build. So that is the build, guys. If you've got any questions, please leave a comment down below. I'll catch you in the next video, and as always, look after yourselves, stay safe, and look after each other. This is your boy Dragunov signing out. Peace. So I went back to the shooting range, and the reason why the numbers weren't going up is because I had it on invulnerable. So as you can see here now, it's just on named, not invulnerable elite. So watch the numbers here. And start off with the same numbers, and then watch the numbers change. This will be where I did say it goes up to 700, 800. You'll see that now. Okay. We'll get the numbers up there, and then I'll pop my shield. I don't think the shield works correctly in the shooting range, but it's worth doing it anyway. So you can see the numbers there. So we're up to 700 now, pretty much. There you go, 700, 776. Okay, 700. Okay, we're sticking at 700. I'm going to do some headshots here. 800. Oh, missed the track. I'm trying to watch the numbers as well. So you'll be able to see 900. There you go. You can see 900 now. So there's the proof in the pudding, guys, okay? Alright, so I'm going to leave you with that, okay? Same again. Take care of yourselves, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.